Hello, Facebook universe. Um, so, welcome to Dispatches from Stewie's chair. Stewie has a new outfit. He just has his new Green Bay Packers kerchief. Uh, Thanks to Sophia and Bazile, he looks very fashionable. So, I wanted to talk to all of you today, and I've decided. Hi, Rachel. Puppy, look. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you. I've had a couple questions about how to get more attention for nonprofits and less business pages on Facebook from a couple people. However, I think people in and not using Facebook as a billboard. And that is important whether you're using your page for a nonprofit, a cause, a business. It doesn't really matter what it is. And one of the things I tell people to do is to engage your audience by telling your story. And you can use this storytelling sequence, and that sounds really complicated, but it's not. Basically what it is, it's telling people what you're about, who the people are that are involved, and using a bunch of different types of Facebook posts, Facebook videos, live videos, links to things that your nonprofit is interested in, or links to articles about your nonprofit or your business or whatever it is. But what you can do is come up with a plan before you even start posting things and say, okay, what is our story? What's important to us? What's important to our message to get out? And I don't mean from a please donate or a please buy from us, but what's important to you? And, you know, it can be as simple as doing a video with your phone of somebody who has received good things from your nonprofit, or someone who's been affected by the disease that your nonprofit represents. It's putting a face to whatever cause, whatever business, whatever you're doing. Okay, let's talk about businesses first, and then I'll go into nonprofits. When you're doing a storytelling sequence about a business, if you want it to make it personable and make people connect, do a video, and it doesn't have to be high tech. This isn't stuff that has to be expensive. Do a video about the person who runs the business, or do a video about a person in customer service. Tell a story of some type in order to engage your audience. And a lot of the times when you do these videos about the people who are involved, they get shared, and their friends share them, they share them, you get comments, and that brings new eyes on your page. Once you have new eyes on your page and you keep telling the stories of the people involved, then that shows Facebook algorithms that this is an important thing that people want to see. So they start feeding this more to the audience. Remember, a couple of videos back I talked about Facebook only shows things to 1% of your fan base. This helps Facebook algorithms show it more. And you know, it might still be around that 1%, but it's going to be more, and it's going to be interactive. Brent, I'm going to write these all down. I'm actually, in my copious amount of free time, I am writing all of these down. I'm going to start doing some bi-weekly blog posts so people can go back to them, because I'm getting a lot of the same questions, and I love talking about this. I just have to write it down for people. Okay, so we'll go back. Okay, so start showing videos about these people. If you have a blog, and blogging is not dead, and if you have a business, you should have either a blog or a website or something of that sort. Then write a blurb about the person you were talking about on your blog. Start sharing that, or another member of your team. And this goes for nonprofits as well. You should be telling the story of why your nonprofit exists. And if you're an animal shelter, why did your animal shelter start? That's a huge deal. You may already know why that started, but not everybody knows that. Tell some of the adoptable stories, not of the animals that you want to be adopted right now, but the success stories. Keep things positive. Things that are positive are shared. You know, things that are negative obviously are shared as well. But adding to the positivity always gets you more attention and more good attention. So there are simple ways to create a storytelling sequence like I talked about. You know, you got the videos, and this is nothing that's expensive. The good thing about this is can be done completely on the cheap with a cell phone, you know, doing videos. You can write long posts about why you're there and why you're inspired to be there, or why you started your business. Tell your story. Storytelling sequences are so powerful to bring people in and to start interaction. And interaction is key to getting attention and information and people on your Facebook page. And it's key to getting people to share that. And sharing interaction brings more eyes, because Facebook's algorithms will see that increased interaction and start showing your stuff to more people. So, and there are ways you don't have to be on Facebook every moment to do this. You can go into the Facebook business pages, and there's a thing when you post, it'll be schedule this post. And you can schedule, I know people who have them scheduled out for weeks at a time, months at a time. Batching is one of my favorite things. And Rachel Brenke, who is the first person who posted on this, she has a really good podcast, and one of those is about batching, and I'll link to it. I really encourage that. And you can either batch by posting on your actual page, or you can use a free tool like Buffer. You can use Hootsuite. There's a bunch of different ones out there, and I can also post to those. But your life will be way easier if you created storytelling sequence, then you batch it out by, you know, posting, you know, every day or twice a day, but scheduling it out so you're not spending all of your time on social media. Things are just being posted for you. And then you can either do that on the page directly, or you can do it with Buffer or Hootsuite. I personally really, really encourage people to post natively on Facebook if you can. That tends to get more views than if you did on Buffer or Hootsuite or something like that. So let's see. So creating a storytelling sequence, scheduling it out, batching, and telling your story. You know, you can do a sale in there every once in a while, but it's way, way, way more important to build your audience and build interaction. The caveat to that is, if you do schedule things out, make sure you know when it is, so you can go there to answer questions if it's an interactive post that you've posted. So, let's see. What other questions? What times of day do you get the most response when you batch? That is trial and error. For my Stonehouse photography page, I get the most interaction when I post at night, like 9:30 at night, or 7:45 in the morning. The people who I am on with, the people who tend to interact most with my page are on before they go to work, so 7:45-ish, and then when they're kind of winding down at night. And that's different for everybody. So just experiment and look at your Facebook Insights. Your Facebook Insights are a gold mine of information about who is doing what and when, and who's paying most attention. If you find that you have a certain time where things get viewed more, you can go and change your schedule. You can change your scheduled post to that time. So it's a lot of trial and error. You can't screw it up. I mean, the biggest thing is, if the only way you can screw up is by not doing it. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just start scheduling and posting. Let's see. Can you create the story with a video, but then carry on with written posts and photos. Yes, and I highly encourage that, Wendy. You want to give as many different types of posts as you can. People, okay, that's Damon, and Damon thinks I talk a lot, which is why I do this. This one time, this is why I do these videos, because I am chatty, and I work by myself. Wendy, yes, definitely you can create the story with a bunch of different types of posts. So yeah, basically, don't think about it anymore. Go make some posts on your page, schedule some stuff out, see what works, tell a story, and just go from there. There's nothing you can lose. It's a free platform. We can talk about ads at another point, and Facebook ads, I have nothing against, and they actually work really well for certain things. But I won't talk about them right now. Does anyone else have any questions about this? I'm trying to think what else I can add there, just off the top of my head. Do a bunch of different post types, schedule them out. Oh, and ask people to share them. On business pages, I don't know why people still occasionally, thanks Dylan, I don't know why people still ask, is it okay to share if it's a business page? Hey, yeah, if it's a business page and somebody shares something, if they've shared something that's interesting, make sure you click share and share it to your friends. And then ask other people to share that as well. So, by ads, are you talking? Yes, some sponsored posts. I am. That's what I do. Yes, Marie. My coworkers are my dogs. That is for sure. Brent, yes, I am talking about that. And sponsored posts can be really, really effective if you pick your audience really specifically for what you're looking for. Can you overshare? Yes, you can overshare, and that's why I encourage people to schedule posts. Don't post like 5 things at once, because that just annoys people. Schedule them out. If you have a bunch of different stuff going on, schedule them out over the day, over the week, and that's way, way better. And sometimes, Facebook with business pages won't always show up right away for people, but if people very specifically follow your page, and then you post 5 things at once, they can get really annoyed with you, and then they just unfan your page, they unfollow your page. Let's see. Okay, so that's about it with that. A storytelling sequence. I'll post a link to Rachel's podcast. And I think that's about it. I know that's not very long, but it's been kind of a crazy week. Thank you, everyone who sent love to my family and to Kate and her family. As I know, Facebook can be a really great place for support and love when you need it. And to everyone who did that for her, I cannot thank you enough from everyone. A lot of you have, even though you don't know her. She is an amazing, amazing woman, and she's very well taken care of. So thank you very much. And so I'm going to be doing these on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Central. I keep trying to do them on Mondays, but that doesn't seem to work. So I guess the universe is telling me to do them on Tuesdays. And this is a fabulously comfy chair. This is the Stewie Boy. James, I will come to Vermont. I can't believe I haven't been back since grade school. That is ridiculous. So, as this has gone all over the place, I will see you all on next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central. What's the big negative on Facebook? Oh, Marie, that's a good question, but that's huge. Oh, there are many things. Try not to share too much negative stuff. All the fake news, but I could go off on a tangent like I can with hashtags. Oh, good, Corey. I'm glad you liked your Stormy Cromer. Hope it keeps you warm. Glad to see that you're feeling better. That is awesome. Should it be obvious if you're telling a story? Once again, sorry for... Oh, thank you, Wendy. No, Wendy, it doesn't have to be obvious at all. Your people will know when you're telling a story. So it doesn't really matter. Awesome Outcast has an amazing story. So just keep telling it, keep talking about RJ and his art, and you'll be awesome. So, okay. Storytelling sequence, schedule it out, and just play around with different times, and you should be golden. And we will see you next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central. See you later. Bye. And yes, Eva, when